Hello everyone, we're going to look at inserting components into an assembly in this video. So first step is going to go to the paper icon. Okay, this time we're going to actually click into assembly this time. So you won't want to do this until you're done with all of your parts, or at least have started working on all your parts. Okay, so we're going to double click into an assembly. That's going to create a new file. Now I get in the habit of saving this right from the beginning. So whatever pops up, just exit out for now. This begin assembly, exit out. Okay, and I want to save this to make sure that it gets to the right place. So I'm going to click the save button in the top. And this is where it's really important to make sure that you're saving to your project folder where you want it to be saved. So navigate to your desktop, find your project folder, and find your box assembly folder. And then you're going to rename this to box 1 assembly if you want, or just box 1. Okay, and then click save. So now you just make sure that at the end of class you can save real quick just by hitting Control S, and then you'll know that everything will be saved where you need it to be. One quick note: before you really get into assemblies, you want to make sure that you have all your pieces made. Okay, if you're still working on pieces, then finish those first. Otherwise, things might get a little bit messed up. So make sure you're mostly done with all those pieces before you start. Okay, so the first thing you need to do in assembly is go to the assembly toolbar in the top left and insert the components. Okay, so remember, an assembly is two or more parts that you've made that you're combining together into one file. And this is where you can see if things match up correctly. So if you were designing a wheelbarrow or something, you can make sure that the wheels are actually going to fit where they need to, or something like that. So we are working on the box. We're going to click Insert Component right here. And that is going to pop up this window to select our different parts. So mine defaulted here because this is where I saved the other thing. Yours probably will do that too. If it doesn't, then you just need to go to your desktop, find your project folder, find your assembly folder, and then you should be able to see all your parts there. Okay, so I'm going to insert by just clicking so that it's highlighted, and then clicking open. Okay, and that will bring this box or this part, and then I click to place it. So this first box, this first part that you put down is going to be fixed in place. That means you can't click it and drag it, and you can't move it down or move it around or anything. Okay, see, it says this component is fixed. You're always going to need one fixed component inside SolidWorks, and the reason for that is it needs some sort of reference point to build everything else off of. Alright, so to insert the other components, you do it the same way. Come back up to the assembly toolbar, click Insert Components. It'll open up your menu. Okay, make sure you're in your right project folder, click on the next one you need, and open. Okay, click that in place. Alright, so a couple of shortcuts you can do. When you click Insert Components, if you have multiple, then you can hold the Control key and click on all three. Open those, and then you just click in place, click in place, click in place. And it'll insert those three at the same time. So that will save you a little bit of time. And then what you also saw there was I inserted the same component twice for the different sides. Okay, because the sides of this end and this end, this side and the other side are the same. I can just insert that same component again and have two of them to build my box from. Alright, so you'll see here, this is where you can move the parts around. Okay, and I can move all of them except this first one that I put in that was fixed. So just one last time, you're going to go to the assembly toolbar, insert components, make sure you're in the right file folder, and then you should be able to insert your components into your assembly.